Hey, yo.
I just got myself a spacer laser. Yeehaw! Wow, wow, wow. Bark, bark, bark. Bowie, wowie, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Get over here! Boom, one shot. Yeah, that was awesome. Ah! What is wrong with this game?
Oh my, this is very exciting.
Ding a ding, 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 ding. I hate you, dragon. Bum ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da 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 ba da 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 ba 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 da ba da ba da ba. Hello? Hi.
Hiya, cupcakes.
Here we are. I made it through one of the craziest days I've had in a really long time. But here I am. And it's been kind of a whirlwind and everything's been kind of crazy. I don't have insanely bad news yet, but the news is not great. But we're not in dire straits just yet. So, but look at all you amazing people. And listen, I had no idea. This must be the first time Twitch has offered this, because I don't ever remember seeing anything about an affiliate anniversary. But I'm really shocked. I never ever would have even thought about, like, I know I went back to kind of look at when my first stream of, like, I did like a stream anniversary or whatever. I think that was the Bamboozled thing that I did.
Then good news,
Oh,
everyone.
Lima, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Okay. Obrigado por toda a alegria que voce nostras. I may have just completely butchered that. I don't know. But you're so kind. Thank you so much for that resubscription. That means a lot. And everybody just being here. I really appreciate it so much. All the congrats. Thank you. We've got Grandpa.
That's good news, everyone.
We've got Joe and
Then
Shinespark.
good
We've got
news,
Hayes.
everyone.
Oh, John Steed, thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you guys so much for the support. My heart's growing all these sizes. And we've got, let's see, Shinespark, Joe. We've got Rumi, Landrider, John Steed's here. We've got Jay, Lima. Oh my goodness. We've got Chain, Jan Steve. Wow, man. You guys are so cool. Oh yeah, it is a Friday, isn't it? 80% right? Okay, you know what? I'll take that. That's good. That's great. The VOC with the little E with the whatever it is on top of it. I wasn't entirely sure how to pronounce that, but I really try hard not to butcher somebody else's language, but I can't make any promises. You guys are so kind. I really appreciate, that's true. I did not go on a Spanish speaking mission. No, I did not. Oh, I woke up thinking about you because I'm wearing my/your shirt. I picked it in the dark last night, so it was a surprise. I actually really love that. Man, I was going through my t-shirts. I literally wear like the same 4 t-shirts every time I stream, and this is the one that was in the rotation today, but I did come across the Titan one. Hey, it's a Collector. How's it going? Do you go by Z? Should I call you Z or Collector? I don't know. I mean, if it matters, let me know. I need a large, a heart to balance out my tiny hands. Yeah, this was one of my first ever Bleach t-shirts. This was a long time ago, but I did find this design. But in order, so you can't find this design online anymore, but in order to make it into a design I can use with my Cricut, I have to do some weird stuff. Like it's kind of an interesting, once I zoom in on it, it's kind of an interesting, it pixelates a lot. So that's on my to-do list, my forever long to-do list. And Michael, how's it going? Happy Friday. Yeah. So, I was thinking of the Titan one, but no, you do have the Hollow Knight one. That's right. I actually really love that Hollow Knight one. I should make myself one too. Grandpa has one as well. The one that's blue that has the bleach on it looks kind of like the infection. Very, very cool. I can't say I planned it that way, but yeah, I still have this design. I just have to figure out how to make it work with my Cricut because it was just a picture I just found somewhere. Hey, DJ! Happy to see you. So glad to see you smiling. I've got all fingers and a few toes crossed that there's good news in the near future. Well, my mom is extremely sick and she has not made a lot of improvement from yesterday to today. She is still on the ventilator. I did talk to the doctor. There's a whole lot going on. She basically has just she's just basically super sick. She's had some infections that have gone untreated. I don't know if she knew about them and just didn't tell anybody, or if she didn't know about them. I'm not really sure. Sometimes with elderly people, they don't feel symptoms the same way or whatever. But my mom had all this really massive, really crazy new pain in her back, and it just came on kind of suddenly. And so all the time she went into the ER, she just went in for this pain, but nobody ever seemed to kind of get to the root of the pain. And they still don't know entirely what caused that pain, but I haven't actually spoken to my mom in 4 days because when I went there yesterday, she was already intubated and she was already on the ventilator. So, nobody's been able to talk to her, but I did call her facility and I was like, hey, so I just left the hospital because my mom was admitted there today and I just really want to know why nobody called me. And there was silence on the other line. And they were like, nobody called you? And I said, no, nobody called me and told me my mom was admitted to the ER and she's now in ICU. So I know that you have protocols in place, fully aware of that. But this isn't going to happen again, right? Like, we don't have to have this conversation again, right? I didn't want to be mean and I didn't want to be a Karen, but I also wanted to make it very clear that I know now, that they know that I know, that my mom was admitted to the ER and I wasn't told. But it's kind of a surreal situation to be in because my mom is not out of the woods yet. And I've been I've been having the same conversations with my Aunt Judy. I've been with my brother and my sister and my dad. I talked to my cousin Eliza today. My cousin Eliza called me and I had to give her kind of the lowdown, and she goes, well, she goes, she said, my husband is really good at writing what I like to call Mercedes letters, which are really nice letters that make things very clear and firm, and are very firm about what is expected and what is unacceptable and what will happen if this happens again. So if you need one of those to send to your mom's facility, you just let me know. And I was like, okay, I like that. I like having that on my side. That's good. This is a very wealthy, powerful person, so maybe things will come down to that. I'm not really sure, but so I've had a lot of, like I didn't want to come into it. I wasn't looking to blame anybody. I wasn't looking to be like, my mom had all these infections. Like, how did you guys not know? Why didn't you call me? Because that's not my personality, but I was just like, this isn't going to happen again, right? Like, we don't have to have this phone call again. I don't have to contact you again. You're going to address it with your staff. You're going to let the director know. And if this does happen again, there'll be legal action, right? We can just make sure everybody's on the same page with that. Cool? And she was like, absolutely, 100%. I will let the director know. I'll do this or whatever. We left it at that. So we'll just cross whatever bridge when we get there. But it is kind of a surreal situation because today, after I finished streaming, I told Ander, I need to stream. I need to do it for myself. Now that I know my mom's condition and I know that there's really kind of no point in me going down there because she's not lucid, she's not conscious, she's on the ventilator still. So I was like, okay, well, there's no point in me going down there right now. She's not gonna know I'm there. I'm just gonna get in the way. I do, however, feel like I need to go down to her place and get all her documents, power of attorney, medical power of attorney. That's all me, but I need to go get those papers. And that's a really surreal thing to think. So I don't know. It's a really interesting. Hey, it's Lindsay. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Everybody's been really supportive, and I appreciate that a lot. And, yesterday was really surreal. My aunt was telling me, well, you should have your sister out there or you should have your brother out there right now. You shouldn't be dealing with this alone. And the reality is, even if my brother or my sister came out right now, we'd all be just sitting around twiddling our thumbs. We don't know anything, and we're not going to know anything for another day or two, because my mom is still not awake and they still haven't ruled everything out yet. They still have to make sure she didn't have a stroke. They still have to make sure she didn't fall. There are a lot of things that could come into this, but these unchecked infections, that seems to be the main source of all of her problems, or at least most of the problems. But there's a lot going on right now, and then the bottom line is my mom is very, very sick. So I have to kind of be prepared for things to go either way, and it's really strange. So that's kind of where we are. He's like, I'm a noodle. I'm just doing this. What is this called? Eagle pose? I think this is called eagle pose. Yeah, it is. It technically is. I know, but do they know that you know that they know that you know? Oh yeah, I think they do. And like I said, if I have to, this is another interesting thing. My mom has told me, so in the past, she's struggled with her medications because she was on opioids for a while. And she would forget she'd taken a dose, and so she would take another one, and they're heavily regulated in Texas, and so they give you enough pills for enough days, and if you run out early, they know you've taken extra pills, and they will not give you a refill until that date hits, regardless of whether you've run out of pills or not. And so this was something we ran into with my mom's chronic pain when she was in charge of her own medication. Excuse me. And so I eventually signed over the rights for my mom to have her medication taken over completely by her facility. To answer your question, Hayes, yes, she is in a facility. Yep, he's staring at everybody. Good luck. You got to stare from Kalulu for luck. And so I signed over because I was worried, and I was like, well, I can't have my mom forgetting that she's taking meds and whatnot, or if she's purposely taking extra meds because her pain is so bad, whatever. And her pain is kind of this unknown kind of anomaly because part of it is Parkinson's, but then the other part of it, they're like, we really don't know. But my mom says this pain is very real. And unfortunately, women have always had a history in medical settings to be dismissed because did you guys know, and we'll double check with Alcondros, but I heard that the word hysteria actually comes from the Greek word for uterus. So, hey Parvis, thank you so much. Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. I had no idea. But at this point now, her facility is completely in charge of her meds, but they get them to her late. So her Parkinson's medication, which kind of loosens her nerves and joints and stuff up that makes her able to function during the day, if she gets that an hour to an hour and a half late, it completely screws up her day. And so I'm sitting here going, well, why would you get your medicine that late? That seems really, really late. Yeah, hysterectomy. Yeah. So, that's concerning to me, but I've never really reached out to her facility and been like, yo, why is my mom getting her meds late? Because when my mom asks them, they say, well, we have a lot of patients here. And I think the problem is they're understaffed, but I think they're understaffed because they can't pay their med techs well enough to have enough med techs. And that's a problem because you are in charge of a lot of people's care. So I did kind of drop to my cousin. I was just like, we're limited on our funds. And I would love to look at other places for my mom, but, we're just limited on, what we can afford. Whatever that happens. Dad Bods, thanks for the lurk. Thank you.
I think you're really cool.
And I just got a new person. Robert, welcome.
Maybe we can hang out.
How are you? I'm giving a slight spiel about, I had a scare with my mom. My mom's in the ICU. So today I want to play some Zelda and I want to check out and I want to drink some Dr. Pepper and I will probably go get a second one after I finish this one. It is also pizza night. So that's great. Anders home. So after I finish streaming, I will go head down to my mom's place and see if I can find those papers. But it is kind of a strange thing to think like, I don't know my mom's passwords. I don't know my mom's Apple ID. I don't know my mom's, like I couldn't get into her, I could get it, like I know her little passcode to get into her iPhone, but like I couldn't log into her Apple account. And I know she has passwords somewhere, but I'd have to go through all her stuff. But ultimately, oh, Cody, how are you? Good to see you. It's true. This should be real Dr. Pepper after everything that's happened. And Salty, how's it going? Yeah, you are a Dr. Pepper fan. Like, I haven't even been to the Dr. Pepper Museum, but it's actually relative. I think it's within like an hour of me. I should probably do that. But it is kind of a strange feeling to think, to kind of think ahead. Alchemist, happy Friday. Yeah, there is a museum. It's it's somewhere in Texas. I can't remember where it is, but it's within like a drive. It's just odd because I think to myself, I do have to look kind of ahead and be like, okay, well, I need to use my power of attorney so I can potentially use some of my mom's funds to get my brother and my sister out here if something were to happen, right? So I need to go get all those papers and be prepared because at this point, I don't know. I don't know. Is it in Waco? I'm not sure if it's in Waco, but yes, it is a museum. Dr. Pepper. Backwards Dr. Pepper. Shing. Sparkle, sparkle. Side and smile. Robert, welcome! It's so nice to have you. Let's get started playing some Zelda, shall we? So this is where I left off yesterday when I had to sign off early because my mom was admitted to the hospital. So, yeah, let's just pick up where we left off because that was not... yeah, Ores Ragus! Yes. I know. Yeah, it's been really interesting. My mom has had a lot of issues. My mom has suffered from chronic pain for a really long time. And I can't say I'm hugely surprised, but it is kind of a weird situation when you've been kind of gearing up for something like this, when your parents get older and whatnot, and then to finally be in that situation and be like, oh, that situation is right now. Oh my gosh. And I'm alone out here. My siblings all live in different states. And obviously, if something terrible were to happen, something more terrible were to happen, we could all get together. But like right now, what's the point? Like, okay, we'd all just be sitting around and like, just, I don't know, playing games together or something. I don't know. I had to say Zelda-filled home screen. I know, look at that. Check it. Link's Awakening, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, that's because I love Zelda. Okay, let's see. Susie is my favorite kid, 1, 2, 3, 4. Speaking of soda, Shine Spark found a zero sugar Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Tastes amazing? Oh, excellent. That's great, man. Seriously, if you find a zero sugar, I mean, just keeps the guilt away, right? Ooh, Chain says my mom did absolutely nothing to help us out for when she couldn't handle things herself. I am so sorry to hear that. And I will say my mom has been great at getting all those ducks in a row. I think I know where the papers are. I swear I have a paper here somewhere. I've got the medical power of attorney papers, but the power of attorney, I know I have it here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is. One of the side effects of the Parkinson's meds DJ's father took was that they were immunosuppressive. So there was always battles with pneumonia. Dealing with that was no fun at all. That's interesting that you say that because my mom actually may have pneumonia right now, which is weird because I never heard her like coughing or anything, but they said she does have some fluid in her lungs. And I was like, cool, great. There's no Dr. Pepper in Brazil. I've never tried it because of that, but I cut out soft drinks about 4 years ago, switched to carbonated water. Oh, you're a better person than me. Better person than me. Rep pep. Yep, yes. D. Scheidler, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry if I missed that message earlier. Yeah, apparently that's an affiliate anniversary. I had no idea, but chat was very kind to show that to me, so that's fun. You need to download one of the Oracle games to make it 100% Zelda. That's true, I do. Well, no, but it won't show up though. It'll only show up as Nintendo Online. So... I don't know what C Prime's playing right now. She's ping-ponging back and forth between Tears of the Kingdom and Luigi's Haunted Mansion 3. Hey, Napsy! How's it going? Thank you. Thank you so much. I have a CT scan in 90 minutes. Oh, Cody has a CT scan in 90 minutes, and they told me I couldn't eat for 6 hours before. Sorry, no pizza, no drinks, no food, ever, ever, ever. Nope, we won't talk about it. No, we will not. Oh, I think I'm supposed to light these. Oh, nope. I'm just supposed to... Okay. I just really appreciate everybody's support and kindness and patience and just love. It really is so much... Crap. It is so much appreciated. And I feel really lucky to have... You know, I may be physically alone here, but I know I'm not emotionally alone. I have a support system. I've got my awesome community. I've got my siblings. I've got my family. I mean, my parents aren't even together anymore, but my dad is very concerned, and he's concerned because it affects me and my siblings, and because he was married to my mom once, and my dad was not the one who chose to leave. My mom was the one who chose to end it. So I think deep down, my dad, you know, will always have a special place in his heart for my mom. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. There will be a time when I'm going to break down. But if I break down right now, who's going to pick up the pieces? Nobody. So right now, I don't necessarily feel like I need to break down, but there will come a time where I will. And that's okay. But it just is what it is. I've had to deal with a lot of this stuff with my mom because, you know, well, I'm the one that's here. I'm her medical power of attorney. Like, I'm the one that has to deal with all these crazy things. I am slightly concerned about her facility, though. I do wonder if I could get her better care. I don't know. Yeah, everybody come to Texas. Christmas. Let's all spend Christmas in Texas. Wouldn't that be so fun? Maybe. I don't know. Overwhelming. Part of the floor is raised. Tap the shining crystal. Well, yeah. Okay, I could have told you that. That's not news. This room confuses me greatly. Obviously, yeah, not having the luxury of breaking down does suck. Like, well, and like all this morning, Andrew was working and I was home with my girls and I was like, you know, I was getting frustrated about some things and I was on the phone with a lot of people and I don't know. I'm grateful for my friend that took my girls yesterday. No. Everything in its sphere. Halloween has to happen first. I'm a huge advocate for that. Halloween has to happen first. Last time I went to Home Depot around Halloween time, I'm sorry, Lowe's, I walked in and there was a teeny corner that had Halloween stuff and everything else was Christmas. And I was like, it is October 1st, y'all. What? I was so frustrated. By Christmas, Texas should be down. Should be. Should be. Can I jump over the... No. How can I... Wait, now, just a minute. If you were here yesterday, you guys would remember I tried that, and that did not work. You know what? I'm not going to question it. It's working. It's fine. It's totally fine. I was going to say, that has to be the case. Okay. Is that... magic powdery stuff? Yeah, okay. Magic powdery stuff. Whoa. Okay. Hit a switch, get a chest. Awesome. We tend to get into business mode when stuff like this happens, and that's okay. You'll get your chance to fall apart when your body says you can. I do kind of feel like I'm in business mode. I feel like my sister... I also feel like my sister and my brother have not dealt with this kind of thing as often because I've dealt with a lot of scares like this with my mom. Not anything quite to this extent. This is the first time I've ever been like, okay, she really might not come out of this. Truly. But when her pain gets really bad, her pain is bad, but it's not life-threatening. And so, you know, I've had to deal with kind of some emergency, like medical emergencies and stuff a lot. But my brother and my sister haven't. And so for them, sometimes I feel like I'm being a little less emotional, but the reality is I just have to deal with it a lot more often. And I'm the one that has to kind of be there more often. And so it's easier. It just kind of is. So I'm not trying to be cold and I'm not trying to be like, no, I don't really care. But I do have to be in business mode because like I said, if I fall apart, who's gonna pick up the pieces? Nobody. It's not like they're gonna suddenly fly out here and take care of everything. It's me. But they wish they could be here. They really do. They wish they could be here, and they have expressed their appreciation for everything, you know, that I have to do and that I have to take care of, and I appreciate that a lot. So, bye, DJ. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I see you soon. Okay, wait a minute. Landrider says, I'm a walking, talking Christmas radio, so it doesn't matter what time of year it is. I can be jolly with the spirit of Christmas at any time. Christmas is better than Halloween, but I do like being able to experience everything in its sphere. Like, I want to be able to experience Halloween and just experience Halloween. I'm sensing a push the blocks type of situation here. I've played enough Zelda games to know. Oh, we got a staircase. Okay, hold on. Before we go down that staircase, Metroidvania style, I need to make sure I have unlocked all my all my potential ways to go. I used to work in IT. If it works, don't question it. Yeah, I don't know. I love Christmas, but I also love Halloween, and I love celebrating them both in their sphere. So, I don't know. For fall break, when Charlotte's out of school, maybe we'll just spend the whole week, like, decorating for Halloween. I've never done that before. I've never taken the time to really, like, go all out decorating, but now I have a Cricut, so I can cut out all sorts of stuff. All I need is paper. I could cut out all sorts of stuff. We could put bats all along the wall. We could make garlands. We could do all sorts of fun stuff. Maybe that's what we'll spend Christmas, or her fall break doing. Oh, man. I don't know how to, oh. Uh-huh. Is this gonna be a staircase? No! A chest. But all in all, you guys are all checking up on me, and that's very kind, and I love you all for that. But I hope everybody else, I hope everybody is having a, you're in Texas and drinking a Dr. Pepper. Cheers! Oh, cheers to you. Yeah, Lindsay. Woo! Welcome to Texas. Have you ever been to Texas? It's so hot here. Don't ever move here. Oh, man. They decided to do that again in every single dungeon. Tell you that there's a tone. I don't understand why they did that. I thought in a remake they would cut that out, but okay. At least it doesn't take as long to explain. I think I need to go down this way. Oh! Who's stuck now, buddy? What's the matter? What's the matter? If kids aren't involved, I don't really care about Halloween. Oh, I love Halloween. I love it. Have a good time. I'm thinking we may do like a Puss in Boots kind of sort of theme this year, because I could go as Goldie, and then we could make Auden the little Perito, and Charlotte could be Puss in Boots. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. It's really kind of up to Charlotte. She's the one that changes her mind like every 5 seconds. But, you know, our church always does some sort of, Halloween, like, trunk or treat or something. And it's always a big gig, and it's always really fun. So I always look forward to that. We always do chili. It's like the quintessential whatever happens. We'll be starting to practice Christmas music at church in a couple weeks. Well, yeah, if you're, like, performing, yes, I do agree with that. Well, a couple weeks. September. Oh my gosh, look at his hair! He's like, way! Ah! Yeah, take that. I don't remember this guy at all. Oh my gosh! Oh, I really wish I could run. Do you get... Oh man. Ah! Okay. No! I cannot run fast enough! Maybe I can jump out of his way?
Run! Move your little sausage legs!
Move your little sausage legs! I can't remember exactly what she says. Is it sausage legs or is it sausage stump legs? I can't remember what it is, but she's talking to a little weenie dog who does have tiny little sausage legs, so... I don't know, man. I hope, like I said, I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I hope everybody has a good weekend. We do have a watch party for Gravity Falls planned tomorrow. Obviously, if something falls through, then I will let the Discord know. But that for now, that's planned. Oh my, okay. It's like, I remember this, but it's all done in such a different way that it does not, it's... Like, I remember things like that being in Ocarina, or I'm sorry, or the Oracle games. Oh, I think this is the thing I'm looking for. Right here, because of all the pots around it. Oh, no, man, just kidding. Someday, when I'm older and hopefully have disposable income, I'll spend most of my summer in the mountains and most of my winter in Florida. I would absolutely do the same thing. 100%. I would have absolutely have two, like, places to go, and I would never spend anywhere that is anywhere near this heat. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Look at me, I'm a sad little ghost. I can't handle the light. Yeah, too bad. There it is. Power bracelet for the win. Okay, we're gonna put that. Oh, you don't have to put it. You don't have to put it in a slot? Oh my gosh, that's so helpful. You can just lift now? Oh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I think Florida is a little too humid for me as well. Where would I go in the wintertime? I would probably go to... I don't know, California? I don't know. I don't know. It's a good, although maybe it's not so humid in the wintertime? Because I went to Disney. I went to Florida to Disney in the wintertime, and I don't remember it being super humid. Lou, thank you for the lurk. Happy Friday. Florida's a no-go. I don't know. Where would I spend my time? I had a client that had a second home. Her husband was what they called a delionaire. He'd like been in the Dell industry and gotten out and had a bunch of stock and all that stuff and made all this money. So they had 2 properties, and one of them was in Utah. Camas, I believe. Camas, Utah. Ugh. And that's where they spent like 6 months out of the year. I was like, oh, that must be really nice. Nice and cool. Cool. I will probably never be that person, but that's okay. My mom used to tell me, I don't understand how you can work on people like that and how that doesn't bother you that they talk about like their fabulous lives. And I remember thinking, you know, but their lives aren't fabulous though, because a lot of times there are a lot of sacrifices that come with jobs that make that much money. Most of my clients had husbands that were gone a lot. And just because you have lots of money does not mean you're automatically happy and that you don't have marital problems or you don't have issues. So I don't think it's right to say, oh, well, they just have fabulous lives. Sure, they can travel, but it's like I always say, everybody has something going on. So I don't really necessarily think their lives are just fabulous. Go. Oh, I think I remember this. I think you have to throw a pot at it. I beg your pardon. Hey, it's Chag! Living in New York all my life. Florida in the winter is nice, but Christmas isn't the same without the seasons. Carolinas are the nice balance. Ooh, that's where I think I'd want to live. I think Z lives in North Carolina, or did? I saw somewhere on the... Okay, isn't there a key in this room? I'm confused. We actually talked about moving to North Carolina or South Carolina. I think it was North Carolina. But we ended up in Texas. But maybe we'll end up there someday. I don't know. I don't want to stay in Texas. If I can't live in Austin, I don't... Oh, you have to do them in a certain order. Got it. I understand. Southern Nevada winter specifically. Northern Nevada is more of an Idaho winter. Wait. Okay. Shoot, I can't remember what order I've done this in. Okay, hold on. Oh no! I can't remember which order I've done them in. Okay, I think I need to do... Okay, the bat.
Oh my gosh.
And then the bunny. And then this guy. Link has a lavish home with plenty of room to store weapons, but he's rarely able to sleep there. Dude, Link has it made, and yet he sleeps in like inns all over the place. Or he doesn't sleep at all, ever. He just, you know, constantly uses potions or whatever. Okay, rabbit, bat, guy. Oh, that was it. Okay, got it. Z does live in North Carolina. It strikes a nice balance weather-wise. Still get seasons, but never too oppressive. Okay, that's what we want. So that's good to know. Because I like the seasons, but I don't Like, that is something I definitely miss living in Texas, is the fact that we don't have 4 seasons. We have 2. We have super hot and cold. We don't really ever get fall, really. We kind of get a spring, but not really. So maybe that's where we'll go. But, you know, it's interesting because my mom is, you know, my mom is here. And so if someday when we move, whenever that is, if my mom, you know, is still with us, that's something I have to consider is where can she go? Are there secrets on down here, like in these pipes? No. But look, you can even face forward and look down. That's so cute. He is so cute. Texas is nearly as humid as Florida. Oh, this is Texas, yeah, Texas. Although I mentioned this in the Discord earlier today. We've been in a drought, so I don't feel like it's been nearly as humid. Not to mention, we're not in Austin anymore, so we don't have nearly as much water around us, just kind of anyway. So I don't feel like it's quite as humid around here. I can't make it through that door? What? I need to go. Oh, there's a chest over there to go. Autumn here is stunning. Stunning. Spring sometimes lasts 2 weeks, but this year was very mild, so we got a long spring. Sounds amazing. All I know is we're not going to stay in Texas forever. This is not... Where we are right now is not where we want to put roots down, by any means. Which is why I haven't opened a lash business here or anything like that, because we don't want to put roots down. Charlotte asked me the other day if we could ever move back to Austin, and I thought, you know, let's say, hypothetically, Susie becomes a famous streamer and is able to actually make a good chunk of money for streaming. And we were able to afford to move anywhere we wanted. I probably still wouldn't choose Austin simply on the principle that it is so outrageously expensive. It's just ridiculous. I'd rather move somewhere like North Carolina, or I don't know if I would ever live in California. But I thought, if I could, you know, if I could move anywhere I wanted, I don't know, California is pretty nice, but just the idea of spending that kind of money on a house just seems unreal. But I guess if you have the finances to just be like, oh yes, I just like this house, please. And you just like buy the house in full and don't have to get a mortgage and stuff. Well, sure, you can go anywhere you want. Oh, my cousin Eliza's calling me. It's okay. This is my time. I can call everybody else back. Shine Sparks. I want to live somewhere bone dry. That's nice. I can't stand humid in any degree. It makes the heat unbearable. Where can Shine Spark live then? Shane says there was a study a while back, so inflation and stuff, but it said that money made people happier up to about 80,000 to 90,000 on average. After that, more money doesn't matter. Yeah. When people say money doesn't buy happiness, I'm like, that may be true, but money definitely does offer freedom, which does kind of sort of offer you a way to, yes, money can more problems, like money can cause issues, but imagine not having to ever worry about being able to afford the things you need. That does give you a lot of freedom. And while that doesn't automatically give you happiness, it definitely takes a lot of anxiety away. So, I don't know. Was I affected by all the Texas power grid outages? No, actually. I think we were not affected by those power outages because we are actually on the same, I could be wrong, but we're actually on the same power grid as a hospital. And for whatever reason, maybe this isn't true, but I think that helped us whenever we've had any of these power outages and stuff. These like rolling blackouts and brownouts and stuff. Even during that really insane Texas freeze, we never lost power. My mother-in-law has lost power multiple times. Oh, there's a key up there. Oh, I see where I need to go. Okay. Oh, that's right. Shine Spark wants to move to Alaska. That's right. I do remember that. That's where Shine Spark belongs. And you know what? If that makes you happy, you do what makes you happy, man. I'm all for that. People deserve to be happy. Don't let anybody tell you, you what? Alaska? I would never move to Alaska, but that's because I don't want freezing cold. Where the heck am I going? Oh. I know where I'm going. This way. I just know I don't want to put roots down here, and I'm really tired of the heat. Because I almost feel like the heat is in a lockdown in its own way. Because it's so hot. Unless you are doing water activities. Aw, beans. Unless you're doing water activities, there's literally no reason to go outside. You're stuck inside your house all the time, every day, because it's so hot outside. And even when you do water activities, the craziest thing is, the part of you that's in the water may be like relatively cool, but the part that's out of the water is like boiling to a crisp. Burning to a crisp. You can't boil to a crisp, but burning to a crisp. So it's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, like my bottom half is cool, but my top half is still like boiling. It's weird. It's so weird. Hey, little guy. Little squishy. Ah, yes. See. Everybody just leave me alone. I got a mission. I got a bow wow waiting for me outside. It's like the equivalent of like leaving your dog in the car. Okay, I didn't get like a sound saying, hey, there's a key in here. Oh, because this is the last, okay. Money doesn't buy happiness is meant to warn the rich that greed and hoarding is unhealthy, not to distract the poor from satisfying their needs and looking for security. Amen. Yes. It's like, okay, well, nobody wants to sit and look at Kim Kardashian buying her a second private island or whatever. Like, that does not boost people's... That's insane. Excuse you. Sir. Sir! I want to visit North Pole and Fairbanks and Barrow, Alaska, but I want nothing to living in sub-zero temperatures. Yeah, okay, I would visit. Those pots literally look like honey is dripping out of the top of them. Am I not heavy enough? Is that the situation? I don't understand. I don't want to look at Kim Kardashian, period. Agreed. All these people. Oh, so that reminds me, something super interesting. So, I love the book. This looks like a secret, but I don't think it is one. Okay. I love the book World War Z. I think World War Z is a very realistic, frighteningly realistic look at what would actually happen. Oh, I remember this guy. Oh, I'm your bad guy this time. Genie! This is not the genie I want. Anyway, so it's a really crazy, strange, realistic look at a zombie, like, apocalypse. And, like, I think it's actually pretty realistic of what could potentially happen. Oh, well. Don't mind if I do. Bam. Take that. You should shut your mouth and not give me hints. Pooh Bear cameo. That's what I was thinking. I was like, they literally look like Pooh Bear bottles. So the book of World War Z is actually just interviews with fictional characters from a person who works for the UN. And Max Brooks himself is the interviewer, and then he interviews all these people, right? And they come from all different walks of life. He interviews doctors, and he interviews army, militia, army people, and he interviews just regular people. He interviews people that are in mental institutions. He interviews all these different people and asks, what happened with the zombie apocalypse or World War Z, right? And one of them is this guy that was hired. Oh no. Crap, one of these situations. Oh, I don't know which one is real. I don't know which one is real. Oh, I guess you don't actually hit him. You just have to kind of wait for him to appear. Yeah. Oh, you have a lot more life than the last boss, I thought. I feel like I hit the last boss like 3 times and he's dead. Ah! I'm not gonna make it if he hits me every single time with that fireball. Wow, he has so much more life. And I will continue with this World War Z story when the music isn't insane. I only have the heart and a half left! Oh, it follows you! Okay. Oh, maybe I can... Okay. I would really appreciate it if I didn't die. How? Okay, so, So anyway, he interviews this guy that was hired as a... Yeah, I was going to see if I could deflect the fireball, but I got him. So he interviews this guy that was hired by a millionaire to basically protect the millionaire's property. And this millionaire invited all his famous millionaire movie star friends. And there are some mentionings of some movie stars that have, like, for instance, somebody with a, this woman with a tiny little dog. I imagine that was kind of a jab at Paris Hilton. People like that, people like the Kardashians or the Hiltons or, these kind of reality stars or whatever. So basically this millionaire, bazillionaire set up these live streams to their house, and they had all these millionaires come to the house and stay at the house, and they were basically live streaming, and they had all this really crazy equipment, and they had all these guns and everything. And this guy was hired to be part of the security there. So if any zombies, got into the property or whatever. And then one day they got all this movement on their cameras, and over the hill comes this giant group of people that are just plain civilians. And they were looking for shelter because the zombies were coming and they didn't want their children to be hurt and they didn't want to get hurt. And so they were climbing the walls, they were climbing the fences, they were breaking past all the security. And these millionaires that were inside the house were like, "What are you doing? Do your job." And the guy was like, "Dude, I was hired to take down zombies. I wasn't hired to take down like regular people." So chaos ensues. People are killed. There are like regular civilians that are fighting against the millionaires and all that stuff. And the guy was just kind of like, I'm out. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this situation because I was hired to fight zombies. I was not hired to fight parents that are trying to save their children. And he just kind of backed off and told the whole story to Max Brooks. And so this is all a fictional interview, but it was just such an interesting look because I thought, you know what? That is exactly what would happen. If something crazy happened, like think about COVID. Think of all the stupid live streams and like stupid videos that these millionaires were putting out on Instagram from their $1 million homes where they were not struggling. They were not suffering. They were on lockdown with their pools and their all this amazing stuff where all the rest of us were having this awful time trying to just survive, trying to get COVID assistance and pay our mortgages and stuff. And I was like, that would absolutely 100% happen. And I would probably be one of those people climbing over their gate trying to get inside. Like, you can't live stream that you are safe and protected in this area and not expect people to come and try and, like, you're basically rubbing it in everybody else's faces. Oh, well, we've got all this money and we're safe and we're fine. It was such an interesting story. It was so... I was like, that would happen. That would probably happen. The conch! Is it a conch or a conch? Have you guys ever seen a conch's eyes? It's weird. It's really weird. Guns! Where do I sign up? It's actually probably one of my favorite stories out of that whole, my favorite interview out of the whole thing. It was just such an interesting, I just remember being like, yep, that sounds pretty accurate. That sounds like something some idiot millionaire would do. Hey guys, look at all of us. We're safe and have tons of food and shelter. We've hired all these private people that are going to protect us. And everybody's just going to watch our live streams. Yeah, well, there are plenty of people out there that will do anything to save themselves and their children. What an idiotic thing. I'm gonna live stream how safe I am when you guys aren't safe. Magnum! Conches make me think of Lord of the Flies. Yes. I agree with that. Piggy. No. Isn't there a SpongeBob episode about a magic conch shell? No. Stay where you are. What does she say? Oh, yeah, get him. Rabbit! What started this conversation? Which conversation? About zombie attacks and live streaming safety? What was it? It was something somebody said earlier. It was... Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't even remember what started that. I don't remember. That's funny. I actually thought about calling that one Squishy. He will be Squishy and he will be mine. I don't remember what started that conversation. Somebody said something in chat that reminded me of that part in World War Z, and now I don't remember what it was. It was so far back because it took me forever to tell that story because I was in a boss fight. I don't know. The magic conch. If no other celebrity decides they should sing Imagine off key to make me feel better, I will be a happy camper. Oh man, yeah. I think it was Charles Cornell that put that together. He like played the piano to all that and like matched it up so they all were to get like they weren't all off key or something. I don't know. It was so funny. Travis! What do I need to do to beat this game? Magic conch. Nothing. How do I take down... It's not Ganon. I don't remember who the final boss is, but like, how do I beat this game? What do I do? Nothing. Isn't that what they do? Yeah, this is Madam Meow Meow. I got a reward from Madam Meow Meow. Ooh, lucky! Zelda. Zelda is so weird, but I love it so much. Okay, it said the prairie? I guess. Yeah, it was something about, zombies. It was something about millionaires having lots of... Oh, we were talking about money doesn't buy you happiness. And, how all these millionaires, you know, are on Instagram and stuff, you know, showing off their millions, like Kim Kardashian being like, well, we were gonna go to our private island or whatever. Made me think of that interview in World War Z, because I 100% believe that would happen. I can totally see the Kardashians doing something like that. I would climb their walls, try to get inside to save my kids. All right, lawn has been mowed. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I can lift these things now. Okay, wait. This is definitely a weird one. This is definitely a weird one. Majora's Mask is a weird one. There's another place where there are boulders I have to lift, and I can't remember where it is. I don't have a problem with the Kardashians as people because they don't have anything to do with my life. What I do have a problem with is people like them that are benefiting off of other people's, like, using Instagram and whatnot to just basically show off how unbelievably wealthy they are. When I'm like, there are kids at my kids' school that can't afford school lunches. It's pretty cool.
Hiya, cupcakes.
It's pretty great. Hold on, guys. I gotta grab Anders' calendar. Oh my gosh, it's Sidon! How are you? It's Ranboo! How's it going? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, affiliate anniversary. Who would have thought? I sure didn't. No idea. Super exciting though. It's been quite the journey, but I am just really, really happy to be here. It's been quite the journey, but it's been a great journey. I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like I've learned a lot. I have met so many cool people, and I am just really grateful that I guess I'm grateful I've been able to kind of stay on the realistic path of being like, I stream because I like streaming and because it brings me joy. Ah, that's what I was looking for. Not because I want it to be like a job or anything like that, because I think if you go in trying to do that, I don't think you'll succeed. I could be wrong, but I think if you're like, yeah, I want to stream because I want to become a millionaire, I don't think that's realistic. I think oh, I see that back there. They're like, why is that boulder smoking? I have questions. I just think you should stream because you enjoy it and because... Whoa. This music is so sweet. Sorry, I'm gonna break your pot. Sorry. Ah! Oh, that's right. Cracked floors. Stay away from cracked floors. But I'm really grateful for the journey, and I've learned, like I said, I've learned a lot. I've met a whole lot of amazing people, and I love that. I really, really love that. And it wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't just been like, I want to stream because I love it, and I love meeting new people. Yeah. I want to stream because I enjoy it. If I ever get a Twitch payout, I am so grateful, and that's amazing. And, oh, I remember this. I think you have to get a running start, which I cannot do right now, so. Any of that is just a bonus. It's awesome, and I appreciate it so much, but that is certainly, for me, it's more about the community and making friends with people and connecting with people who all share the same passion that you do. Like, we all love games, and I think that's great. I think that's really beautiful. And I was supposed to have Rumi's interview done today, and I still have to record. I got distracted last time when we finished the interview. I was like, okay, now I need to record the intro and the outro. Well, gotta go do this. And I got up and left, and then I got to bed and was like, wait a minute, I never recorded my intro and outro. Dang it. So I still have to record that, and that obviously didn't happen last night, so I will get his episode posted as soon as possible. I also mentioned to my brother I'd really love to interview my niece, but she's very shy, and I don't think she would want to have to be on camera, and that's fine. So I said, mention it to her and see what she says and see if she might be willing to just talk. I can have like a voice like spectralizer, you know, like a waveform spectralizer or something. Something like that. I don't have to have a camera, at least on her. So hopefully I can... I just want a house with a room big enough for gaming and a drum set. I need 2 cars that run well and money to retire on. I want to go to the beach or the mountains once a year. That's as rich as I need to be. Like, I want to be able to take my kids on cool trips. Not even to, like, exotic, crazy places, but, like, yeah, I'd love 2 really well-running cars. And I'd like to be able to take my kids to, like, Schlitterbahn and not have to sit and go, okay, well, can we figure out how to take all the kids to Schlitterbahn? Love to be able to give my kids super cool birthday parties. I think Charlotte does want a Zelda birthday party this year, so I am gonna do, with my Cricut, I'm gonna see if I can make some of those, like, paragliders and stuff. That, I think, who was it? Was it Koala that posted that in the server? Because that was so fun. No, it was Jedi? Oh! This is reminding me. There is a... there's a place. Oh, there's a place where there's a, I think it's in the forest. That it's like this, but it has, I need to be able to lift stuff. Watch, I'm gonna push that on it and it's not gonna fall through. Zelda logic. I just want Bruce Wayne money. Well, yeah, totally. For sure. That would be great. Don't think I can do this in the same way I did before. Zelda parties are fun. I did one for my kids a couple years ago. I built a giant treasure chest out of an Amazon box and put all their presents inside. That is a great idea. I will admit, I did not go all out for Charlotte's birthday party. When was it? Last year? or something, but I should do more this year, especially since Tears of the Kingdom is such a big thing. How is those things? Oh! That's not hard. So think about it for a second. I'm not opposed to anybody having a lot of money because there are a lot of people out there who work really hard to have a lot of money. What I am opposed to is rubbing it in people's faces and complaining about and having a whole entire TV show based on your unbelievable life with all your money. Because a lot of people, like I know my cousin and her husband, I know they give a lot of money to charity. I know they give a lot of money to this foundation they have for women in Africa. I know this because my aunt and my cousin are both on the board. So I know that they give a lot of money to charity, and I think that's wonderful. So it's not money that's the problem. It's just when you shove it in other people's faces and are like, yeah, look at all this amazing money I have that I can buy a private island or whatever, or make really, it's just, that's just not, I just think that's really insane. Like, obviously I don't wish anybody ill that has money. I do think there's a point where I'm like, wah! Yep, just like that. I do think, oh my gosh, everywhere! Okay. Oh, that you! Okay, I need to put a thing there. Yes, very much so. I do think there is a limit to how much money a person should have, because do I think anybody deserves to have billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars just for themselves? No, not really. But at the same time, I'm like, but at the same time, you worked for that, and I don't know, it's complicated. It's really complicated, because I also know from personal experience that you can't just give somebody that is not doing very well money without teaching them how to properly use that money. We think, oh, well, we just need to give money to people and that'll help get rid of poverty. But that's not true, because if people don't know how to use money, and if they don't know how to save, and they don't know how to budget, and they don't know how to actually use the money, it's not going to help. They're just going to spend it. It's all about educating people. Extreme wealth is unethical. Yeah, like someone like Jeff Bezos, I don't think anybody needs that much money. And there are so many people that really could benefit from that. It's just astounding. Like the other day we actually heard a ad on the radio for ending hunger. And Charlotte was like, hungry? What do you mean people are hungry? And I had to have a very legitimate, serious conversation with Charlotte and tell her there are children in this country that cannot afford to eat. There are adults in this country that can't afford to eat. I said, we are very lucky that not only can we buy the things we need, but we can also afford to buy things like Oreos and Doritos and ice cream. For the record, I just got some peanut butter crazy cookie dough ice cream from Bluebell that is really good. But I was like, not only do we buy the things we need, but we can also buy treats and ice cream and things like that. And there are a lot of people in that that are in a situation where they cannot do that. And that just blew her mind. She just had no idea that there were people that there were kids. I said there are kids who only eat at school. And that's so problematic. That's awful. It's astounding to me that we can have people like the Kardashians and then we have children that are starving. And I'm not saying that that's the Kardashians' responsibility. I'm just saying it's just wild that in real life, nobody gets that rich without stepping on a lot of people on the way up. That's true. That is true. There's wealth, and then there's like extreme wealth. So all I know is Ander as a bishop of our church congregation does have to deal with welfare cases. The church does have a welfare program, and there are definitely people who need help paying rent sometimes, paying their power bill sometimes. We have something called the Bishop's Storehouse, which is where we have groceries that are affordable, and people can make orders through the Bishop's Storehouse if they're really, really down and cannot afford groceries at a regular grocery store. Ander and I have had to do that before when Ander totaled his boat years and years and years ago, and we had no way to make income other than my working, but it wasn't enough. And that's there for people who need it. Ander has definitely helped people out, and he's helped pay their mortgage with, church funds that are set aside for welfare, and he's helped them pay their power bills or whatever, and helped people get on their feet, and then they're good. They just needed that help, and that got them to a place where they could, I don't know. They just needed that little help for that month, and then they were fine. And then he has people that are over and over and over again every single first of the month. They're like, oh, I need a rent check. Oh, I need this. I need this. And there are guidelines for church welfare, and it's not just there to just bail you out because you've been making poor decisions. That's not what that's there for. So he has definitely seen that there are situations where people can be given money and be smart with it and do what they need to do with it. And then there are situations where people are given money and they just throw it away. So I'm obviously not saying everybody is like that. I'm simply saying that I think giving people, and then you have churches like the LDS that are offshoring billions of dollars. I don't really know so much about I know that the church does have a lot of money, but the church uses a lot of that money for building temples and for, their welfare programs and things like that. I don't know all of the stuff that the church does, but, we pay our tithing to help out where we can. And, I don't know all the details on that. I'm not entirely sure. Get out of town. You just get out of here. Am I in the right place? Oh. That seems important. I think Ander knows just a little bit more about the whole, what the church does. Well, Ander would know more about what the church does with their money because Ander sees a whole lot more of that on that side because he is bishop. He is bishop of our congregation that I see. But obviously, I'm not saying that you shouldn't just give people money because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there are certain people who, can be given money and use it wisely, and that's fine. And then there are other people that are just given money and they don't know how to That's why I think self-resilience is a good thing to teach, and how to budget and whatnot. We should be teaching our kids that in school, but how do you weed out the problems without alienating the ones who really need it? Well, yeah, there will always be people who ruin something for somebody else because they took advantage of a system, right? I look at my mom, my mom, and the fact that she's had to use opioids, but opioids are so regulated because they've been abused by so many people. And my mom is suffering because people have taken advantage of the system and because they've been, they've abused opioids and whatnot. So my mom is suffering because of other people's choices, which is crappy. There should be a base level. Everyone should have basic shelter, food, clean water, and even basic internet and cell phones. If you want better, buy better. The problem is there will always be people who take advantage. I agree. Jay was unemployed and my wife was off after endometrial cancer surgery. So we had no real income at the time. That's so scary. That's so scary. Didn't Salt Lake City actually sustainably help, though not completely solve its homelessness problem by simply giving homes? Yes. I think Salt Lake, I don't remember who, I know Salt Lake was part of that. I don't know if they started that, but I've heard that be done in a couple different cities, and it actually does cost them less to just, I know Austin has a place that's a tiny home, I want to call it a village. It's not really a village, but it's a bunch of teeny little tiny homes. And I think it's run by Mobile Loaves and Fishes, but they literally just build these tiny homes that are the size of a parking space. And then that's a place where homeless people and people with mental illness issues and drug problems and things can get back on their feet, and they're given food and all that stuff. And I 100% agree with that. We actually went and did a service project there. And it was really incredible to see, to see what they were doing. And I I don't know why other cities don't follow, but Z says, when you experience true poverty, it becomes real and empathy can grow for others. So many of us have no clue how fortunate we are financially, and massive wealth hoarded just seems completely ridiculous. No? Yeah, it's like, I don't know what it's like to literally not be able to afford food. I've never even really been that hungry. I can't honestly say I've ever starved. And so I try to teach my children that we are lucky to be in a position where we can buy the food we need, but we can also buy extra things that are nice. But it's so hard trying to teach your kid the value of $1 because it's all about, not just that it's expensive, but that, is it worth paying that much money for whatever thing they want? That's a hard thing to teach your kids. Alchemist says, I disagree that extreme wealth is unethical. This is such an interesting conversation. Nearly everyone in America that is super wealthy got that way by developing some product or service that betters people's lives. That being said, you can do unethical things with that money, such as using it to manipulate people. But I'm never going to begrudge someone money that was willingly paid to them. After all, compared to someone in the Amazon, I am Jeff Bezos. That's true. That is true. I also feel like, I had clients that were really, really wealthy. And my mom, like I said, my mom used to say things like, I can't believe, you listen to this, like them. How does this not bother you to listen to them talk about all their trips and all their things and whatnot? And I was like, yeah, but at the same time, they're also employing so many people, not only because their husband owns some business, but because they have landscapers and they got pool people and they have house cleaners, they have nannies. And for a lot of people, those jobs are great jobs and they're able to support their families and they're able to put their kids in school and they're able to take care of their families in that way. You could say the same thing about my job doing lashes. Do people need lashes? No, of course they don't. But it was putting food on the table for my kids and or my kid at the time, and it was paying my bills. And so nobody should ever knock a job because a job is a job. And if you can take care of your family in that way, I think that's wonderful. And so we do kind of need that, we need that kind of higher class incomes can create jobs for lower class people. But at the same time, the class and the wage gap is growing and growing and growing. The class gap between everybody is growing and growing and growing. And now we're so far, like middle class people are so far behind, like we'll never catch up. Magnum says, I don't agree with the LDS using that money to do stuff like building a commercial shopping center. I don't know of this commercial shopping center. Is that in Salt Lake City? I didn't know they built a commercial shopping center, or they sponsored it or something like that. Oh, there is one in Salt Lake City that I feel like the church did either sponsor or it. Shoot, I can't really remember. And I'll say I don't really understand that either, to be totally honest. A shopping center? I don't really know. I don't know where. I'm not entirely on board with that either, but I don't know the details. I'm not really sure. There are people who need more than money. They need education and help beyond financial. Yes, and actually the church does offer these classes in self-reliance, financial help, getting a new job, all that stuff. And I've never taken one of the classes before, but from what I've heard, they are excellent classes. And everybody that has taken one has come back out of it and been like, that was incredible, and it literally changed my life. I actually was going to take the self-reliance course. No, emotional resilience. That's what it was. I was going to take it, but then I found out it was like 2 hours once a week, and I was like, whoa, I don't have 2 hours every Tuesday night to sit down in front of my computer on Zoom and tune into this class. So that was kind of a bummer. Let's see. I am missing all sorts of things, but you also have to note that all these people that got incredibly wealthy were already wealthy enough to have the time and money to innovate these products. That's true. I think of the girl that came and taught me how to do this certain type of eyelash extension technique. What is this? I think I should touch that. Is this a warp pad? Oh my gosh, I forgot they had those. That is very cool. Okay, cool. Excellent. Oh. Oh, this is our next place, apparently. Okay. Pothole field. Yep, I'll say that's that. That's what that is, for sure. Oh, yep, nope, can't get over there. Okay. So she was able to start like this. So she had like a lash brand and she sold like lash adhesive and lashes themselves and tools and all that stuff. And I remember thinking, okay, but you had to have a lot of money to get started in this. Like your dad must have given you a loan or something, or your parents did or something, because nobody, like somebody in my state could never just be like, I want to create a lash brand. I don't have the money to do that. You're right. You have to have a lot of, you got to have some money at the beginning to be able to innovate and like create. You know, I have a couple ideas for products that I would really love to, that I've imagined, you know, that I would love to pitch somewhere, but like, I don't have the money to like create prototypes and things like that. I just have an idea. Well, hey, Richard.
Yo.
I'm Richard. Salutations. You wouldn't know by the look of me, but I used to live in the castle. My servants went berserk, and I was forced to flee to my villa. Oh, calamity. Speaking of unbelievable wealth. So, you're looking for something, are you? I may have just what you're after. But first, I want you to retrieve the golden leaf I left behind in the castle when I fled. Who has a golden leaf? Why, Richard? Smashing! To tell you the truth, there are 5 leaves, and I want them all. Okay, you'll need to do some digging, so buy a shovel. Are you off then? Good luck. What the heck, man? You want me to dig up leaves for you, and you're not even gonna offer me a shovel? Like, you're not even gonna, like, borrow? I don't understand. DJ, how's it going? You're back. Here you are. I see Susie giving everyone an economics lecture. I really don't know that a whole lot of, I don't know a whole lot about economics. I really don't. I am not, whoa, and I'm so behind in chat. I am not good at that. I don't really know. I just know that I can't really fault somebody for having money, but at the same, like, I don't know how to fix it, to be totally honest. Because if suddenly, I mean, if we're being real, if suddenly I found myself with a product that was successful, it would be really hard not to be like, yeah, I don't want to take that much money. I think I'm okay with where I am. Like, that would be really hard. I think it's easy to say, oh, well, it's really unethical to have this, or nobody should have this much money or whatever. But I do think gaining a lot of wealth, especially in a short amount of time, I think it kind of does something to your brain. And it's, and you know, I think to myself, oh, well, if I ever made a ton of money, I would still shop at Target, or I'd still shop at, you know, Walmart, or I'd still shop at Old Navy or whatever. And then what happens is, I think for me, it would be like, oh, well, but I found this shirt at, or I found this pair of shoes at Nordstrom and they're only $20 more. So it's not that big of a deal. And then suddenly paying $20 extra for a pair of boots, suddenly you're like, well, but it's only $20 extra. And well, then I found a pair that was only $20 extra on top of that. And I think it starts slowly, at least it would for me, because I think if I did come into like a large amount of money, it would be really hard for me to, I don't think I'd be the type of person to be like, whoa, going on a shopping spree to, you know, Saks Fifth Avenue or whatever, Bloomingdale's, here I come, whatever. I think I would be like, wow, that's really great. And I want to pay off my debts. But I'm not going to suddenly just go buy like a, you know, $200 pair of boots. But I think eventually down the line, you just start to spend just a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for myself. And then it would become easier to rationalize and be like, well, but it's only $10 more. Oh, well, this one's only $20 more. And then before you know it, you are spending $500 on a pair of boots, but that's okay to you because you have the finances to be able to support that. And to you, $500 may only be, you know, $15 to somebody else. You'd love to hear some of my ideas, Z? Oh, yeah, I've got some ideas for sure. I've got ideas for businesses and I have ideas for products. But I can't do anything with them because I I think if I were to really be totally honest, I think what I would rather do with my time is probably... Oh, I think I'm going in the wrong direction. I would probably rather just open a salon, where I had open rooms that I could just have somebody rent a room from me, and they would just pay me monthly, and then they would be in charge of buying all their own stuff, booking all their clients, all that stuff. I would never want to have employees. I would absolutely want to be like, okay, this is your room. You pay me $1,000 a month or $600 a month or whatever, depending on where I live. You do what you want with it. You create your own rules, your own hours, all that stuff. I'll give you a code to come in through the door. You're just renting the space for me. Because I feel better about that, because then I'm like, well, you're working and you are, you know, you're working and you're creating a business for yourself or whatever. Instead of being like a landlord, really, because I don't know, see, as a landlord, my father-in-law actually had a house that he rented out in California for a long time. Oh, I need to go buy a shovel. That's what I need to do. Okay, all right, I was going the right direction. Yeah. So hairdressers, estheticians that do skincare, nails, whatever. It's called booth rent, and plenty of salons offer it, but I would never want to deal with like time off requests and calling in sick and not being able to meet their appointments and just not showing up for work. I would never want to deal with all that crap. So I think if I were to ever start any sort of business, it would be like, this is a place where I would probably, I don't know if I would do hair because you'd have to offer a shampoo bowl. I think I would offer it to people that do like skincare, lashes, you know, things like that. And then I would also love to do lash education because I know how to do lashes really well. Lashes will kind of forever always change, but the foundation of how to do lashes will never change. So I feel like I could teach like basic. And actually, if I had my way, if I had the time, I would do a video recording and record all my lash education, and then I would upload it as like a course on like udemy.com or something, but I don't have the time to do that. Z designs and brings product ideas to market for a living. It's possible. I definitely have some ideas. Well, I would subscribe to Susie Grace at tier 1, but tier 3 is only $20 extra. I will be totally honest. I don't even know what the difference is between the tiers of the kingdom. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Is it like how many emotes you get unlocked or like how long it is or something? That's a terrible thing. I should know that. Why not put those billions towards solving the root causes of crime instead of becoming a vigilante? I mean, I do feel like, Magnum says, but if you could make the investment to end child hunger from a product/service you popularize, would you not do so? Oh yeah, absolutely. I would. Yes, 100%. If I came into a lot of money, then yes, I would probably start, I would probably try to invest in proper and that's just it. You also have to make sure you know where your money's going, because a lot of charities may be sketchy. So I would want to make sure I knew exactly where my money was going. I would probably put some of the money towards like my aunt's situation, the thing they do in Africa, which helps mothers that have been pulled into military service unwillingly, and who have had children put into military service unwillingly and get rehomed and whatnot. Whoa. Z.
Wow!
What the heck, man? You are so kind. Oh, I need a new Dr. Pepper. I need another one. This one's gone. You are so kind. Thank you so much.
Wow!
We should get together and talk about products. Man, wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I never, like, I can sing you a song snippet, but I feel like that's like, thanks for the gift subs. That's so kind, Z. You did not have to do that. I appreciate that so much. I'm missing a whole lot in chat. I know you guys are all kind of sort of chatting about, economics and all that cool stuff. So if I missed your message, I am so sorry. There's a whole lot that's been said about you know, helping people out and whatnot. I think I can honestly say that if we were all given big brain time, obviously, I think most people, if they suddenly came into a large amount of money and they were doing pretty well and they were making quite a bit of money, I think most people would help out where they can. I am not in that position right now, so I don't really know how you go about that. But like I said, I do know that even though my cousin married a bazillionaire and they have massive amounts of money, between her being an actress and being successful, and then him with all of his successful real estate or whatever, I do know they put a lot of that toward charity, and they do a lot of good with it. They still have a freaking crap ton left over, and they own multiple properties all over the country and get to spend their time just flying around and traveling and having a good time. But I also know that it's not always sunny, and I know that there are issues and that there are things that they have to work out, and I know that their relationship isn't perfect. So, like, I know that, I just know that money doesn't automatically mean evil, but obviously there are a lot of people that need help. And, you know, you could get into like public school systems and how public school systems need to be funded and whatnot, and how teachers aren't paid enough and all that stuff. Like, obviously there are a lot of broken systems in the United States in particular that make it hard for a lot of people to get out of poverty, to get off of welfare. You know, when welfare encourages you to not have more than $1,000 in your checking account, who is going to get off of welfare then? They don't even encourage you to save. You can't even save up money, because if you have X amount of dollars in your account, you suddenly lose all your benefits. Like, what single mom with kids is going to be like, oh, well, guess I'm going to lose my benefits because I've got $1,500 in my bank account. $1,500 goes like that, and yet you've lost all your benefits. I don't know. On this day of all days, you deserve it. Everyone enjoy the subs. I believe in sharing when we are able. I appreciate that so much. As far as the giveaway goes, I did decals last time. I can do decals again, or I think this time I could do a shirt. I think I can do a shirt this time. Okay, I have my shovel. Oh. But I will say, oh man, I can't get over there this way. Gosh darn it. I will say, if somebody international wins the giveaway, I need international peeps to pay shipping. Shirts don't weigh much. They're pretty light, but I just want to throw that out there. The amount you can screw yourself over by earning above a certain amount is just horrible. Like, there's a huge gap that just doesn't make sense. Yeah, there's like, you get all these benefits if you're literally living in a cardboard box, but then you still don't have enough money to really not live in a cardboard box, and yet you still lose your benefits because you have slightly over. It's insane. It's totally insane. I will, maybe this is a hot take, but I do believe in drug testing on welfare. Because, like, this is taxpayers' money, right? I don't want it. Well, it's the same reason I'm not going to pay it forward at 7-Eleven and pay for somebody else's cigarettes. I'm not going to support your drug habit. Sorry. I will buy you Slurpees. Sure, I'd love to do that for you. Slurpees, candy, pretzel, pizza, slice of pizza, whatever. Sure, I'd love to do that for you. But I don't want to support somebody's habit that is a habit that they do not need and that is harming them. Oh, this is the castle. Well, shut my mouth. Can I get in here? All right, I need ultra hand, please, and thank you. I need to push those doors open right now. I love making shirts, but I don't have enough time to actually make it worth it on Etsy these days. Not with everything that happened. Who is this little guy? Oh, I do have bananas. Yeah, sure. Have those bananas. Bananas. What about when people are left unable to satisfy their needs because of the greed of others? Oh, that was in response to a message way up there. If you meet people's basic needs, they are less likely to do evil. This is true. I also feel like there will always be people that are going to make poor choices, and there are people who are going to take advantage of systems, and there are always going to be people... This is one reason, and this is probably the most spicy hot take today. This is one reason that I am not on the bandwagon of just getting rid of all guns. Because there are a lot of people who are not going to give up their guns. So if I'm forced to give up my guns, what then? What if somebody does not give up their guns? Or finds a way to get a gun? Then I don't have a gun to protect myself and my family. And like I said, that's the spiciest hot take I'm going to drop today, and I don't want to get into politics. I'm simply saying, for me personally, I don't believe in just being like, oh, well, nobody can have guns, because people are going to get guns. They're going to be the wrong people. And then what happens to the people that have followed the law and done what they were supposed to do? They're the ones that are going to... I feel like that only affects responsible people. Because there will always be people that are not going to be responsible and that are not going to follow the law and not give up their weapons because they're criminals. Just because you take something away. Drugs are all outlawed. Drugs are all illegal. And there are so many people who have drugs. So, anyway. I don't want to get into arguments with anybody because I know that's a hot take, but... all I'm saying is there are people who are always going to make poor decisions and make bad choices that affect other people. My point is that if all the money billionaires had was distributed more equally, more people would be able to satisfy their needs. I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's always the responsible people that get shafted and have to pay for everything else that happens. You know, everything that happens. I don't know. Boop. I love this. Aww. This tiny child used a shield. Oh my. Is that a robot? Yeah, take that. Oh, I'm supposed to be searching for leaves. That's right. Oh. Can I catch that one? I don't think I can. I think. Yeah. I guess I am reminded of a quote I read or I saw Ice-T say, which was funny because I don't really consider Ice-T, I don't know, I just never, but I guess when it comes to, you know, banning guns or whatever, he said, I'll give up my guns when everybody else does. And I don't think we're gonna see everybody, at least not in America, I don't think I'm gonna see everybody give their guns up. Oh! Fantastic. I'll just point out that there are other countries that have banned guns and the number of big shootings went down dramatically. And if some people still get access, if you drastically reduce access, then you can drastically reduce incidents caused by people with guns. Will I ever play around with the dungeon creator in this game? There's a dungeon creator? I didn't even know that. Probably not, because I feel like I'm really bad at creating levels and stuff. That's one reason I've never done Mario Maker, because I feel really, I am not good at, I am not a designer by any means. And I don't find joy in that, so I don't think I would, but I didn't even know that was a thing. You can create your own dungeon? That's actually really cool. Oh, this music is fantastic. Hey, there's a bird. I feel like that's significant, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe. Frankly, the take all guns would never happen. It would require a constitutional amendment, which requires ratification by all 50 states. Now, I do support requiring strict storage training requirements to own firearms, and I say this as someone who enjoys target shooting. I agree with that. I just feel like you just need to make it. Ander thinks there should be a grace period. Like, you should be able to own a gun for a certain amount of time before you can get a more powerful gun, or like an... I don't understand why anybody has to have an automatic rifle. That is one place where I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why does a civilian need something like that? But Anders says, you know, he thinks that there should be some sort of like a grace period where you have to prove that you've owned a gun responsibly for so long. It should just not be easy to get one. There should be a very strict process for getting one. I don't believe we should take them all away, but I believe there needs to be a much better way of getting them. Am I supposed to go inside the castle? Ow! Like, oh, everybody's back. Wow, okay. I didn't even go inside anywhere, and they respawned anyway. I think the biggest consideration is the speed and lethality of weapons. The Founding Fathers could never have imagined in their wildest dreams of weapons that could fire 60 rounds a minute. Agreed. I do agree with that. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just, everybody just calm down. Why don't you go jump on that guy? Like, for real. Wow, you're... Okay. Move away. Oh, so the leaves are inside. Why did he tell me to go buy a shovel, then? The shovel shall be one of your best tools in the overworld. Okay. How many leaves are there? 5? Took you guys long enough. Eh. Boop. Oh, man! Cheese and crackers! Everybody's so... I mean, you're trained. You're doing your job right, I guess. I can't deny that. Boop. Oh, there we go. Huh? It sounds like the castle gate opened. Huh. I feel like I do remember that. What does no touchy do? That means I have to speak without my tongue touching the roof or the bottom of my mouth for 3 minutes. Yeah, that's what that is. I didn't even go inside anywhere. I didn't even go inside anywhere. But in the Game Boy version, just changing screens respawn to enemies. And since you don't actually change screens, it does affect after you get so far away, I guess. I guess that does make sense. I like that little saving thing they have. That little saving, Oh, somebody's gonna come out of those for sure. Forsooth. Oh no, maybe not. Okay. Obviously there's a... Yep. Saw that coming. Oh my. Okay. I got two leaves. Enter 8007 was apparently raised. Was that a golden ice cream? Oh, yeah. Did I not mark that as completed? Apparently I didn't. Bye, thank you so much for all the subs. I will message you about my ideas, because I do have some ideas. Yeah. Thank you so much. Tyrone. It's a minefield. A minefield, Tyrone. Oh, you need a pot? Oh, hey. Oh my! Oh no! Oh, you are so scary. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna die soon. Good. I have a song reaction? Oh. I'm peanut butter and you are jelly and we're so happy on our little piece of bread. I remember the day that I first saw you hitting cross. Oh, hold on. That doesn't last very long, does it? Hold on. Where did it echo? Heck, man. I'm peanut butter and you are jelly, and we're so happy on our little piece of bread. I remember a day that I first saw you sitting across the cupboard with your little jelly friend. You are sweet and I am chunky. You're all fat. Well, I'm working on that 'cause I'm peanut butter and you are jelly, and we're so happy on our little piece of bread. There you go. Yeah, the voice changers don't last so long. And sometimes I get, I don't notice redemption right off the bat. Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, do I need bombs? Like, is that what's going on here? Because I do not have bombs yet. What else do I have? I have a shovel. Do one of the jars? Okay, so you don't get bombs from like a dungeon. Oh, I wonder if I have to buy a bomb bag from that guy. Now we get to the echo and have the song. Okay, hold on. Did I take echo away? Oh, I did. Yeah. Now we get the echo and have a song you can sing fast enough for a round effect. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Bombs. I don't think you can get... Oh my gosh. I was just gonna say, I don't think you can get bombs yet, and I do declare I was mistaken. I do declare. Okay. You do not get jars from a dungeon. It's okay. So now wait a minute. Wait, what did Grandpa say? I wanted, while you were playing Darkwood, I wanted to redeem to tell you to only walk backwards so you can't see with the flashlight, but never got the chance. Oh, man. That would have been so scary. Listen, I loved Darkwood. It was so scary. It was probably one of the scariest games I've ever played, but I loved it because it didn't give me nightmares. I will say, however, when... Oh, I know what I need to do. When I played it at night, like when I just kind of ran around like collecting stuff, and I played it like right before bed, I had weird dreams. Real weird dreams. So, that's a thing. But I loved it. And one day, I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to do the wolf's path because I did the musician's path and I didn't even know I was choosing a path, but I did. So, I'm going to have to try again. I do declare. I do declare. Darkwood was super fun. It was way longer than I thought it was going to be. And I was afraid everybody was going to get real bored, but I never got bored. I thought it was real fun. I am going to have to kind of think about games to stream during, like, Halloween time. Did he just say boop? I swear, he just went boop. I will love that if that's the case. He went boop. Ah! I knew that was coming. How did I not? Why was I not prepared? There we go. Okay, so I have 4. But now I have a shovel, so I am supposed to dig around. Oh my goodness, you know what? I bet it's where that bird is. I do bet. Rue North, how are you? Well. Is your battery like totally dead? Okay, well, can you watch some Netflix for a while or something? Even though, was the little like lightning bolt near it, so it looked like it was charging? No?
Hiya, cupcakes.
I think you just need to let it charge for a second.
Hey, yo.
And it hasn't gotten any batteries? Okay. Well, this is a problem I am gonna have to address.
Not like
Yeah,
a
and
regular
it's not
mom.
an
I'm a
actual
cool mom.
charger for the Switch. It's just a USB-C charger. We're gonna have to figure it out after I finish streaming. You're just gonna have to watch something on the TV. Sorry. I do not have another charger. It's in your room on the floor, but it don't work. Notice how she didn't even ask questions. Be like, why are you talking so funny? Because she just knows. Guacamelee is literally one of my favorite games I've played in a long time. I loved Guacamelee a lot. Okay, hold on. That's the one that's plugged into my Switch right now so I can stream. So you're just going to have to either... you're going to have to just watch TV, or you can read, or you can... Hey, don't do that. Stop. You're going to have to just read or color or watch TV or something, but we'll fix it after my stream. I don't know. Half hour? I would say you could play Stray, but you're stuck in Stray. I don't know what to tell you, kiddo. I'm sorry. Charlotte's Nintendo Switch. Favorite games ever? No. One of my favorite games I've played probably in the last year. Actually, I don't even think it's been a year since I played it. I think I played it last summer. It was a great platformer. I loved both of them. I played them both back to back, and it was a blast. Great games. And actually, I think on the Discord, I have a poll going right now for what indie game I start next week. And I believe Nobody Saves the World was done by the same people, and that is in the lead right now. So that's in the Susie Grace Gaming Backlog channel on the Discord. So if you want to vote, now is your chance. I, for one, have never seen a bird and a government drone in the same place at the same time. That is true. Birds aren't real. Birds! I love that those spears just disappear. That's fun. That's a good time. Good time all around. Yeah, I think that bird has something to do with it. Look, my shield is so much cooler than yours. True North, are you a Zelda fan? Did you play Tears of the Kingdom? Oh my gosh. Best game I've played in a long time. Oh, and look at this. I see the spot right here. Look. Oh, no. Never mind. I was wrong. I thought I was so sure. Bird? Heart? Okay. Bird. Bird? Right in front of the bird. No. Birds aren't real. Drone? Bird. Oh, flowers. Okay. I swear it's here somewhere. Can I dig under this? Why does he want his 5 gold? Well, you know what? I would want my 5 gold leaves too, if I'm being honest. I did have a bird poop on my face one time when I was walking down a sidewalk, though. Yikes. No, I shouldn't be laughing. I'm so sorry. I had a bird poop on my stuffed animal while we were out having a picnic one time. It was disgusting. Okay. Well, now I'm confused. Lima's at the post office, sending a gift for a friend's birthday next week. You finished all your Father's Day stuff, yeah? Here, maybe? I'm not gonna just dig up every... Yes, I will. I will dig up every spot I can. I know that there is a golden leaf that has to be dug up somewhere. Okay, but we're, like, far from the bird. I had a bird poop on my car while I was sitting in it. Right on the windshield. Popping a squat. I have so many questions. Okay, like, I've gotten all the ones from inside the castle. I have 4. I can give you a hint if you want. Feel free to say no if you want to find it on your own. I'm trying to think if I remember. I feel like I do remember. I feel like I do remember digging it up. It seems to ring a bell. Ring a shovel. Yeah, I don't know. Is it out by his house? Forking someone's yard. Tell her your best jokes, her meaning to us, to send her bits, and her. You're so nice. Ringing a bell with a shovel must be intense. Yeah, I would imagine that would be very, very loud. Boop, boop, boop. I really, honestly, can't remember. Okay, let me think. He said they're all at the castle. Right? Okay, here's my question. Is it in these castle grounds? Oh. Wait a minute. I think there's an area down here where, like, you have to go... No. Ah, what the heck are you? What's your job? Okay. That's fun. Great. Wow, I don't remember that at all. Oh my gosh. Okay. I do not like flying enemies. That's really annoying. Oh, there's one of those owl statues up there. I think, it's in here. Right? It says... Oh. It does not link. Oh. This. Richard's villa. Hey, Richard. How do I get into your yard? Why do you have frogs everywhere? Like, what's your job? You can't get in the pothole field until you find all the leaves. Oh. Okay. So. Okay. So that is pothole field. Here's what Susie means to me. She means never having to say Zelda? Sorry, never heard of it. Oh, I forget. DJ never played Zelda. Oh, I forget that. It's just like, it's something I grew up with, so it's just crazy when I meet somebody that's like, yeah, no, I never grew up with a Nintendo. I never played a Zelda game. That's right. Zelda. Never heard of her. What if Zelda was a girl? This means you aren't a Zelda. You aren't a true Zelda fan. What if Zelda was a girl? What if you actually played a real Zelda game so you could learn the truth? You know, they're like dressed up as Link as a girl. They're like, Zelda wasn't a girl. Or was a girl. Oh my gosh. It was a lot of bird poop. Oh. Birds can't control where they poop. You cannot potty train a bird. So I'm told. I love that there's just like a staircase. To all the people who think Link is Zelda. Sweet emote. I don't know where this leaf is! And you guys spawn too fast! I feel like I cannot hang on to my life. I'm just getting whacked by bad guys. Okay. Okay, we have found all the leaves on the inside, I believe. Can you? Oh, okay. Cool. I love that when he puts a bomb down, he just goes boop. Oh my gosh, Susie, you are so reckless. Take your time. Sweet sassy molassie. Oh my gosh. Somebody just came to chat. I will see you in a second before I make sure I don't die. It's Chaos! How's it going? Thank you so much. Yeah, kind of wild, actually. I did not know it was my affiliate anniversary, but that's very exciting. I feel very honored. I really do. It's been a long journey. That journey has changed drastically over the last month since I posted my first Tears of the Kingdom video, which, speaking of which, I actually reached 1,000 subs on YouTube yesterday. And it was this weird feeling because here I was in the middle of like turmoil because my mom is in the hospital and may not ever recover, and it was just super wild, and I suddenly logged on to YouTube and I had reached 1,000 subscribers. It's just astounding to me. I feel like my content is so wacky and weird, and like I don't know, but apparently I've done something right, and I really love that. I don't even know what to do with that. I could technically become a YouTube partner if I wanted to become one, but I don't even know what I would do with that. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really know. An affiliate BD party? What's a BD party? I've tried watching during my treatment. Too much buffering. Oh, I'm sorry. People love the levity. Wait, levity. What do you mean levity? Oh, birthday. Yeah, I know, right? We should, I don't know. We should do something. I don't know. I didn't even know. So like before I went live today, I was like, shoot, I feel like I should have, hey, there's a bell. maybe I can ring that bell with my, oh, the lightheartedness. Oh, well, I have had some people say that in the comments. They've said something like, you know, your videos are just wholesome and they're uplifting, and that's great, because that is my goal. That's what has always been my goal. So I think that's wonderful. Now, it's interesting because with Tears of the Kingdom is over now, so I don't really know how many subs will stick around or whatever, but I plan on just continuing to upload my VODs. Maybe making Twitch clip compilations or something like that. Koala made a whole bunch of compilations, or Twitch clips from my finale stream for Tears of the Kingdom. So I'd like to put those together. And then of course I have GameSpark, which is also, you know, goes up on my channel. So, but I don't know, everything changed so much, and so many new people were brought into my chat and my Discord and my community, and have become such a big part of my community, and I just never in a million years saw this happening. I just kind of was doing what I was doing, and I was just like, I don't know, I love it, and it would be great, and like I love doing this, and I love having a community and coming together over games and sharing my passion with people and bringing positivity to people, and that's just what I'm going to continue to do. So I guess we'll just kind of see where that goes. I don't know where the golden leaf is. But when I got there, two nurses surprised me. They asked if I would accept their invitation to accompany them to a Mariners baseball game. Mariners. I don't know who the Mariners are. Are you gonna go? That's kind of cool. Outer Wilds is gonna bring a whole different subset of viewers to your stream. Oh, perfect. Yeah, first time playthroughs of, like, you know, relatively popular game titles that I've never played before. Obviously, I plan on streaming the Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 next year when it comes out. That's, like, a long way away, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I don't know. With Partner, you can create, like, a membership where you can give bonus content to people, but I don't even know what I could potentially offer other than like full interviews from my GameSpark interviews instead of the edited version. You know, I would put like the full interviews somewhere. It's kind of like a Patreon, I guess. But I just feel kind of weird putting that behind a paywall. I don't know. But I don't know. Like, I have absolutely no idea. That wasn't my goal to become a partner, so I just kind of, I don't know. Everything's just changed so much in the last month, but it's been an amazing, overwhelmingly positive journey, and I feel so incredibly humbled and lucky. Heck yeah, you will. Seattle Mariners. Okay. Well, there you go. Sometimes it's just your lucky day. Today is not my lucky day because I don't know where this leaf is. Bird, you, let me know where the leaf is. Okay, all right, where's the leaf? Tell me where that leaf is. Should go and show that bird who's boss. Okay, but do I put the nice thing about your streaming is that you do get to decide your level of effort and the value of your content. That's true. That is true. Maybe a bomb? Oh, can I throw a rocket bird? I thought somebody was coming in. Get out of town. Ah! Birds aren't real! Sweet. That didn't even occur to me. Chuck a rock at the tree. I thought I had to dig it up somewhere. Oh, he was talking about pothole field. Okay. He wasn't talking about the shovel for the leaves. Okay, this all makes sense. Oh, Susie and I met during an excursion in the Sahara Desert. She found me passed out from exhaustion 2 miles off the path. She gave me a water and carried me back to the team on her back all by herself. We've been friends ever since. So Michael and I met on Reddit because I posted a picture of a box of old games, my brother's old box of Super Nintendo games, where right on top was the Super Nintendo with Super Metroid still in the Super Nintendo. Everybody thought I'd staged it, but that's exactly the way I found it, under my mom's stairs. Because he and his band had been through just a couple weeks prior on a tour, and they had just decided to all sit down in the basement and bust out Super Metroid. So everybody thought it was all staged. It was not. That's exactly how I found it. Ah, tres bien! I see you have recovered all of the leaves. Now, move this statue and you will find your reward. Look at him. He's like, yeah, move it. Move this statue right here. Oh, yep. Yes. It's kind of weird, but okay. And Michael commented on it or something, and then actually went and commented on one of my videos, one of my singing videos, and said something like, I came here looking for more gaming related stuff, but I think I found something better, or something like that. And so, and at that time, that was the nicest comment anybody had ever left on any one of my videos. So I was like, and I told him so, I was like, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said. So anyway, and then he showed up when I started streaming. I started streaming to both Twitch and, ah! Oh my gosh! You're scary looking. Yeah, no, I would have peed my pants, my tunic. Ah, spider's as big as me! For the love. Oh, this is Battlefield. Wow, it sure is. And then he tuned into one of my live streams because I used to live stream to both Twitch and YouTube. Can't do that anymore, but that's what I used to do. Rest is history. Michael's been around for a long time. Rumi's been around for a long time. Rumi and I met during Twitch Sings. So Rumi and I have actually known each other longer than Michael and I have. And... oh, no, wait. Yes, because Rumi and I met during Twitch Sings. Michael and I met when I was streaming. Oh, beans. When I was streaming games on Twitch/YouTube. And then Alex, I think, is probably the oldest, most veteran person in my chat. Alex and I met early in Twitch Sings. We sang together. I celebrated by getting my habanero salsa on my burrito. Nice. That does not sound like a good time to me, but you do you, man. I have a feeling there's a thing here. Yeah. Yeah, they, whoa, Trekkie, you've been here for a year? Oh my gosh, I'll say. Time flies. In soil sleep secrets beneath your souls. I guess I should have did that before I dug up the key, but Okay, I need to get up. Oh, that's what I need right there. Oh, no. Oh, oh, what? Oh, I made it. Made it. Nobody can multicast now. Not even Twitch affiliate. Not even somebody who isn't affiliate. Twitch finally did away with that for everyone. Just recently. And people are pretty upset about it, and I don't blame them, because if you're not an affiliate, why does it matter? You haven't signed a contract or anything with Twitch. Or have you? If you start streaming on Twitch, I don't think you sign any sort of contract. I don't think so. I think you just go live. Yeah. They got rid of multicasting for everyone. I don't know. Hey, Ron! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's so good to see you. Happy Friday. I thought they rolled back the whole like, sponsored advertising, banners, stuff like that. How do I hit you? I hate you. What? Yeah, Secret Seashell. Oh, yeah. I watched your Floating Coliseum video. You killed those Lionels so easily. You know what? I am shocked because I feel like most of the time. Oh, what? Okay. That's why this is here. So you can jump down, because when you made the decision like me to come around this way instead of go lock it from the outside or unlock it. I feel like a lot of times with the puff shrooms, I literally felt like I spent most of my time just spanking Lionels in that fight. They had no idea. They just stood there. It was not nearly as frightening as I thought it was going to be. And I've had tons of people... oh, that's right. You're right. You do technically sign a contract when you sign up for an account. You're right. Okay. So going into that fight, that Lionel fight, I thought... I've had plenty of people that have commented and like, actually, you should do it this way, and actually, you should do it this way. And I'm like, that's great. I'm not ever going to do it again, probably. Somebody was like, you think this isn't worth it? You get the best item in the game. I beg to differ, but that's just me. I am not partial to Majora's Mask, so that's fine. That is fine. Everybody can do what they want and love what they want, and I am not gatekeeping anything. That is just fine. But yeah, everybody wants to tell me how they did it and how they think it should be done, and I'm like, that's great. Key Cavern. Oh yeah, I can lift pots now. Yeah, I don't remember any of these places. Oh, I will take that. I did it without puff shrooms and I struggled with it. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I will say people told me to use puff shrooms. I don't think I would have. Okay. I don't think I would have... Oh! I don't think I would have thought to do that myself. It's funny because Horizon Zero Dawn also has smoke bombs, and I rarely ever use smoke bombs, and I should have. I think that's very helpful that they give you the image of a pot on the door. That is good situation. Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that fight without puff shrooms would have been very much scarier. I'm just glad that they all... Whoa! Oh my. I'm just glad that they didn't all come out at the same time. Like, I'm really glad it wasn't like, hey, here's 3 Lionels you have to fight at the same time. At least they had the decency to let you just fight them one at a time. Zero Dawn... No, not Zero Dawn. Forbidden West. Forbidden West has smoke bombs. Zero Dawn does not. People will say some pretty crazy stuff about how to beat video games in YouTube comment sections. Once I had someone tell me I was terrible at video games because I struggled with the first part of the Leviathan fight in Final Fantasy 15. I don't know anything about that fight, but nobody should tell you how to do a fight. Because if you do it and beat the fight, like beat the battle, why does it matter? Just... Oh, what? I do not like that. Can I pick you up? Oh. But yeah, people are opinionated. They want to tell you. Apparently, when one of my friends tried to stream Hollow Knight, she got... Oh? What a weird object. There must be some way to tackle this obstacle. It's like Jell-O. Wow. Okay. Can you get there? Yeah, backseat gamers. I had a friend that tried to stream Hollow Knight, and she just could not quite get into Hollow Knight. She gave up on it a couple times, but like she tried it over a couple times, but she had people all the time being like, "There's actually a proper way to go through the map, and you should take this way and this way." And I was like, "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's part of Hollow Knight's. That's part of a Metroidvania, is that you can go anywhere. Like, there is no." Hollow Knight, there isn't really a right or wrong way to go anywhere, because like when I got the dream nail, I got the dream nail in a completely different way than my sister did. I went through Deep Nest to get it. My sister did not. Or was it Deep Nest? How did I end up over there in the Forgotten Sanctuary lands, whatever it is, you know, wherever that place is. Anyway, I was like, there is no proper way to do Hollow Knight. You just get the stuff when you get the stuffs. Come on now. But people get very opinionated. Fine. But yeah, that Coliseum fight, I definitely had a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, the best way to do it is this. And they were throwing all sorts of numbers at me and saying, you know, you should have a weapon that does this much damage. And I was like, you know what? I'm just playing to have a good time. So that's all I'm doing. And actually what I was really doing was just filler. I didn't really want to do the Coliseum, but I did it because I beat Tears of the Kingdom on beat Tears of the Kingdom on a Thursday, and I still had one day left before the weekend to stream. So I was like, I guess we'll go do the Coliseum. If I hadn't had, I thought that was a cupcake. If I hadn't had an extra day, I probably wouldn't have tried. To be totally honest. I have to choose? What the heck do I choose? That's what makes Hollow Knight fun to replay. Yeah, you can redo different paths every time. I would never... It's kind of like... It's like Breath of the Wild. I would never do the same path. It's very strange when people say there's a specific way to go in an exploration and kind of open world type game. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, okay, well, there's literally anywhere you can go. I don't remember how I came across the Dream Nail. But my sister was like, oh, I came in from above. What? You came in from above? Maybe I came in from the... Like, I was on the ground and, like, walking into the Forgotten Sanctuary or whatever it's called. That area where you see, like, the 3 people wearing, like, the masks. Ugh. It's been a long time. And my sister had, like, fallen from above or something. And I was like, what? And I'll admit, I was like, well, you're supposed to go this way. And then I remember being like, no, you're not. Who are you? What is your job? Oh, I don't like that job. I don't like this room. Ah! You take that! I do not recognize this guy at all. Oh, I think I have an idea. I think I'm gonna... Oh, Shine Spurs like, I remember falling. Yeah, I don't remember falling. But I think the second time I played it, I was like, I am gonna fall. Oh. Oh! Yeah! Oh, that's good. Yeah, you stay right there. Maybe. Yep, that's gonna... Oh, no! Crap! Dang it, all the... No! I hate this room! You chose poorly. I think I kind of did. Well, I can't get out now. I mean, I can, kind of. Can you get fairies in this game? I think you can. Well, oh, so many parts. Yeah! That's good. That is great. Excellent. Oh, yeah, I can't do anything. That's true. That's right. I'm literally going. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me in a corner of a Zelda dungeon. Because I could not stop for death. Okay, alright. Oh, hey. Oh, you guys too, yeah. Oh, I needed this today, you guys. I needed... Ah! I need hearts! Somebody. Hey, it's Inspector Bunny. How are you? There's a little sound that plays in my headphones every time a new person in chat sends their first message. I knew somebody had gotten in her. Can I throw things? Oh! Happy Friday, Inspector Bunny. Hope your day is going well. Boop. Oh, wow, that flew really far. Yes! Anything? No, no, that's perfect. I love that. Oh, you! Oh my gosh! Oops. Oh, okay, we gotta hurry. Woo. Okay, so each one of these rooms gives you a key. Okay, that makes sense. Choose the right. Oh, nope. No, it does not give you a key, apparently. Okay, then we'll go up these little stairs. Having a good, going good, thank you. Hope everybody is having a fantastic, you know what, get out of my way. Fantastic Friday. Well, I don't know. My mom was admitted to the ICU yesterday, so I'm a little, I needed this stream today. I needed some, today is pizza day. Oh yeah. And Ander is home. So, after this stream, I will be heading over to my mom's place and looking for her, like, power of attorney papers and all that stuff. Not that I think anything really awful is gonna happen, but I definitely want to be prepared for, because I do have to entertain the possibility that it could happen. So, yeah, my mom's getting old, and she has some, I feel so... Oh, I know what that means. Boop! I will never not love that! Get out of town. Those bullying skeletons. Love. Sweet sassy. Oh, I know what you get in this dungeon. I understand. Yep, I do understand. You're late. I'm not paying for those. My dog is currently annoying my next door neighbor, so my Friday is going splendidly. Big brain time. What? Oh, okay. That is fine, I guess. You know what I just realized? I don't know if Ander is waking Auden. I kind of left the baby monitor with her and was just, or with him, and was just like, she needs to be awakened at 3, but he might be asleep. You know what? Let me go check. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. He did. He went and woke her up. Hallelujah. It's pizza time. I do love pizza day. I actually had a Burger King Whopper last night, which was amazing. Okay, here is my perfect fast food meal. Big a Whopper from Burger King and McDonald's fries and a McDonald's Dr. Pepper. And I've only ever eaten that perfect meal one time in my life because it's ridiculous. And I should never go to 2 fast food restaurants. But the burgers at Burger King are just better. What is it? Char-broiled? Grilled? Char-grilled? Or whatever? Yeah, totally. Much, much better. Much better. But I just hadn't really eaten anything last night. And I was just so out of it with my... everything with my mom and everything, so... What are you? What is your job? In-N-Out or Nielsen's Burger with their fries. Nielsen's? I've never heard of Nielsen's. Inspector's like, since I have autism, I thought you first meant that you're happy that your dog is annoying your neighbor, but now I see it was probably sarcasm. Yeah, he's like, my day's going great. Sarcasm is really hard to put in text. I do not blame you at all. Although, you know what? Secretly, maybe DJ is happy his dog is annoying his neighbor. Maybe he has an annoying neighbor. Okay. It's very hard, yeah. That's why you have to be careful with how you like text people and stuff, because a lot of times that cannot translate very well. Oh, I have bombs. Oh, I bet they're supposed to eat the bombs, but I don't have enough bombs. Okay, yeah. That's why they give you that out. They're like, well, you may not have enough of this. Using a /S, does that stand for like sarcasm? Oh, these freaking guys. Dude, there's even like a, oh no, I can't. Oh no! Wow. I did not know that. What is...
Take it!
Oh man, that goes way too far. Get out of town. No. Oh, see, now they're both together. So I can like chuck a bomb over there and take them both out. Yeah. We're doing all that looking around. Oh man, what? I don't have enough bombs. Maybe I do. Maybe the explosion is big enough that it'll kill both of them. Maybe? Question mark? Awesome. Yeah, so smart. I got myself a key. Na. So are those things the... Oh, I thought that was a cupcake again. Yeah! I am so smart. I am so smart. Whopper, Junior, Double, Triple Whopper. What is that from? About 9 years ago, I had my last Burger King Whopper. It was pale and bland. I could not ever go back to try another one. Ooh, yeah, no. I did not know /S is for sarcasm. No idea. Yeah, it's just because there's a Futurama episode where Fry is what? Fry is trying to pretend to date both Amy and Leela because Zap Brannigan is trying to get with Leela and she doesn't want that to happen, so she pretends Fry is her boyfriend. But then Amy doesn't want her parents on her back. They're all on the Titanic cruise, I think. And so Fry's like, I've watched Three's Company. I know how to do this. And so he's trying to like balance pretending to be the boyfriend of both. And there's one scene where both Zap Brannigan is standing there with Leela and Amy's parents are right there. And he's supposed to kiss one or the other. And he doesn't know what to do. And so there's a moment where he's like, come and knock on our door. Na. Like he's trying to remember. We actually quote that a lot. Come and knock on our door. I've actually never seen Three's Company. Oh my gosh. I feel like that shouldn't hurt me if he just runs into me. But that's just me complaining. Just me complaining. But the way I said whatever I did, it sounded like that. Na. Yeah, accidental bomb. Oh no, at least it didn't hurt me. I did get out of there in time. So that's cool. Good on me. Very nice. Nope. Oh. Where did I get 10 bombs all of a sudden? Probably in there. Link is a fragile hero. Link is my hero. Only fast food thing I'll ever eat again is a QT hot dog. Threw one up in a van as a teenager. Never again. Anders swears by QT. Like Quick Stops, he says they're great. He's a guy that has to go to he has to go to gas stations a lot because of his line of work and, you know, being out on the road a lot. So he is like, he's your gas station guy. Like, he can tell you what gas stations are good, what gas stations suck, which gas stations never have a working receipt printer, which gas stations have, you know, good prices on things. Oh, those guys are green. Yeah, I love, I used to love Costco hot dogs, but I don't really like Costco hot dogs so much anymore. I love their pizza, though. Oh, that's what I should do. Someday, if I ever have an opportunity where I can take my girls over to somebody else's, someone else's house and I get some time to myself, I would go down to, I would drive 45 minutes down to the Costco down there, listen to a podcast, go down to the Costco. That reminds me of that quote. Man, that took him forever. From King of the Hill when Lucky's like, all 'cause I slipped on some PP at the Costco. Oh, I can't even get through there. Oh, okay. Well, I have 10 bombs. I think I can go beat these guys. I think so. So QT is called Quick Trip. It's basically a gas station. They just built a relatively new one down the street from us. I'd never been to a QT. I've seen them around, but I've never actually been to one. But my husband says QTs are good gas stations. They have a lot to offer. They have a lot of different... But I would imagine a gas station hot dog, just kind of to be, just in general, is probably not ideal. You just don't know how long it's been sitting there, and... Ooh, yeah, no. Ooh, ugh. I don't think I've ever had a Costco chicken bake, to be totally honest. But I love their pizza, and I love their churros, and their ice cream. I love it. Let's be honest, I just love Costco. I love everything Costco has to offer. I wish there was one closer to us, but there isn't one. Holy. What did that do? Oh, I remember what that did. Oh! And it did that. Yeah, they have churros at Costco. They're so good. They're huge, and they're only like a 99 cents, or maybe like $1.99? I don't remember. I just know I always get one. Because churro. So good. I know. Okay. I need to throw that bomb good and far. Oh! I can do it behind him over here. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, that's right. That doesn't kill them with one hit. Wow, sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. No! Dang it. Hey, it's Mac! Happy affiliate anniversary. It's a party hat. Thank you. Yeah, I had no idea. Rumi actually posted it into the Discord today, and I was like, I had no idea. I beg your pardon. You mean there's nothing in this room? I was gonna say, what? Just wasted all my bombs. Did not. Can confirm I did not. Okay, I have 2 keys. There are 2 key blocks up there. Alchemist says, it's only in certain parts of the country, mostly the Midwest. It is a really good gas station. They are all owned by the corporation, but not by individual proprietors, so you get the same thing at every location. Really high quality customer service, relatively good cheap food for a gas station. Ander would agree. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen... I mean, we're in Texas, and like I said, they just built a new one. Oh, that's what that is. Thank you. Stonebeak. Heck yeah. Quick Trip. QT. I should probably sign off here soon because I gotta get over to my mom's place. I don't want to do that, but I will. I also have to call my brother back, call my cousin Eliza back. Today Eliza was like, well, we're traveling today. We're going to our house in Nantucket. I was like, cool. Travel safely. I wish I was going to Nantucket. That would be great. I think I've only seen one in Idaho. I don't know. I don't know where they're all located. We have lots of Quick Trips and we have lots of Sefcos. For what that's worth. Sefco's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Walmart is definitely the cheapest gas around most of the time. But we have a Walmart right down the street from us and then down the other way and around the corner. We have a big Walmart around the corner from us and a neighborhood market right down the street from us. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this acorn. And then I'm going to... Oh, shoot, I only have 5 bombs. Oh, beans. You know what? I think I need more keys. Oh my, yes, I do, indeed. There are a few more Nielsen's locations than I thought, including some in Las Vegas. I did hear Whataburger is coming to Vegas. Whataburger is obviously a south thing, a southern thing, I guess. They're building a Whataburger right down the street from us, too. When it all got put into, like, when they all started building that area, we were like, all right, what's it gonna be? We already have a McDonald's down here. We already have a Sonic. What's it gonna be? Whataburger. We also have two car washes being built on the same street. Oh, that's where the 10 bombs came from. Oh, no. That's right. Okay. What? That didn't hit him? I guess he does have a shield. That does make sense. Trekkie's an In-N-Out fanboy. My Aunt Judy says, you should go down to the hospital. An adult presence, wait, a grown-up presence tells them to be at their best. I feel like she's not wrong, but I am not in a position to be able to just go down there and just hang out at the hospital while my mom is not even conscious. Oh, I guess I could potentially take my laptop down there and just get some work done. No. Okay, I'm gonna beat these guys and get the little warpy thing, and then it'll be time for me to sign off. This will be my last stream for the week. And tomorrow we have a Gravity Falls watch party. That's in the Discord. So if you'd like to join us for that, feel free. We always have a good time in our watch parties. Oh, what? Why not? Yeah. Oh! Yeah! I'll take that. Boom. Okay, so what did I need? 6 plus, like, the 2 I wasted? Okay. Perfect. I don't know how many times I had to hear Whataburger before I stopped thinking, why the Sam Hill would you eat at a place called Waterburger? I've heard a lot of people call it Whataburger, and I've heard a lot of people say Whataburger, but it is definitely spelled What-a-Burger. And in their ads, they say, what a burger. So it's like, what a burger. But I've heard a lot of people pronounce it Whataburger. It's not what, it's what. Worcestershire. I have a whole video of me trying to pronounce that on my YouTube channel. Oh, that was so long ago. Sappy, how are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's true. Dialects are absolutely fascinating. My mother-in-law just the other day, she's from Utah, and she was like, well, I have an extra pillow. I was like, pillow? Do people in Utah pronounce it pillow? I've always pronounced it pillow. I don't know. My mother-in-law also pronounces it huge instead of huge. Oh, we do have a Dunkin' Donuts on our street. We have a Dunkin' Donuts that is also a Baskin Robbins. We have a Zaxby's. We have a Slim Chickens, but it's in a terrible location, so it's a pain to get into, so we never go. We do have a Chick-fil-A that's close by, kind of-ish, kind of. have. We have Raising Cane's here. We do have an In-N-Out here. Mostly just chains. Austin is really well known for having a lot of different kind of like indie shops, indie restaurants that are really good. We do not. We are mostly chains. And people try to open like little tiny places, and I don't feel like they ever survive. At least not here. I don't know. Maybe if it grows. Trust me when I say that I've only heard pillow and huge is only from a certain former president. I know. See? That's why I was like, I've never heard anybody say huge before. Whataburger is where you get the famous parboiled triple decker. It droops like the best of them. Anders says the burgers that are the hardest to keep together are the mushroom burgers. Mushroom burgers are always really messy, and you kind of have to eat them with like a fork and a knife. So I will, oh yeah, somewhere called Temple. Yep, I know where Temple is. We used to live in Austin. We're not in Austin anymore. We're north of Austin now, but I definitely miss Austin a lot. I was sad when we moved out of Austin, but it is what it is. We could either stay in Austin and not have a house or be where we are and have a house. And we like our house. I wish I could like pick my house up and put it in Austin, but I can't do that. So this is it for streams for this week. I appreciate everybody being here and coming and hanging out and supporting. I appreciate everybody's patience with ending stream early yesterday. And it's been kind of a crazy 2 days. I have a lot of work I need to do and a lot of things I kind of need to get, a lot of ducks I need to put in a row for the possibility of, I don't know. We don't really know anything right now. So tomorrow we have our Gravity Falls watch party, and then on Monday I will be back with Link's Awakening. So right now in the Discord, I have a poll going in the Susie Grace Gaming backlog. I should probably change that channel name. But in that channel, it's under the gaming category. I have a poll going right now that's pinned for the indie game I should start next week, because I'm going to try doing like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of like a bigger game. And then Thursday, Friday, we're going to try and play some indie games, kind of knock out some of my backlog that way. So go ahead and cast your vote if you haven't already. But I just really appreciate everybody's support. And obviously, once I know more and whatever kind of happens, I'll keep everybody posted. But I just want each one of you to know that you matter, you are important, and that everybody's going through something. So choose kindness when you can. Earlier today, we talked a lot about, the economy and like people with a lot of money versus, millionaires versus people that don't have massive amounts of money. And even people with lots and lots of money still have problems and are still going through things. So there is no perfect life, and everybody has trials and everybody has things that they suffer with. And a lot of people suffer silently. So just choose kindness when you can. And I just really appreciate each one of you. It's called Humble, Texas. Texas is so weird. There's so many weird cities that are named in weird ways. I can't even. I agree with that. I think things will unfold as they are meant to. Hey, Kawhi! It's so good to see you. Yeah, everybody have a lovely weekend, and choose kindness when you can. I'm an advocate for that. I'll see everybody tomorrow for the watch party. If you'd like to come by, even if it's just to pop in for one episode or something, always welcomed. And then I'll see everybody else on Monday. So everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Be safe. And I just appreciate all of you so much. So, I didn't put a link to my Discord. Sorry. I will do that. Oh, sweet. Okay. I've got some things that I gotta figure out. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of things. Thank you guys for being here and allowing me to just kind of check out. But now it's time to go back into work mode. So it's pizza day. It's Friday. Everybody have a good rest of your day, and everybody have a lovely weekend. I will see all of you guys next time. Adios. See you later.